So what's going on, everybody? The Iceman here on the Iceman Wrestling Network here on this Thursday. A lot of stuff going on, and not just so much in the wrestling world, but just around the country in general. Just earlier this week, actually, it happened on Sunday night in Middletown, Connecticut. Across the bridge from my sister's house. Uh, there was a young father who had his 7-year-old baby, Aiden, in a stroller, and he recently was having problems with his wife. The wife, 19-year-old girl, went to the court and went to the judge and wanted to get a restraining order against him. And she told the judge that, he is, unstable and she's afraid he's going to do something to the child. The judge didn't see no reason to grant this restraining order. And on Sunday night, he was crossing the Middletown Bridge with traffic. He made a phone call to 911 saying he was going to commit suicide, and he tossed his 7-month-old baby into the Connecticut River. And then he proceeded to jump in himself. When he jumped, the police had seen him, and they proceeded to rescue him. He's now here at Hartford Hospital. He's under custody with a guard outside his room. Um, they just yesterday found the body of the baby down near where the Connecticut River meets the Salmon River area uh, towards East Haddam. And yeah, so this is part of what I want to talk about in this video because this country and the protest groups and whatnot, now the NFL is talking about not re-registering or renewing the registration name of the Washington Redskins football team in the NFL because they think it sort of like defaces uh, the Native Americans. And, this happened with the St. John's Redmen uh, a number of years ago, where the St. John's College out of New York changed the name from Redmen to Red Storm. And I knew it wouldn't take long before it just started, escalating even further. We have baseball teams like the Atlanta Braves, the Cleveland Indians. What's to come next for them? I mean, will this in fact lead to a name change for them? And in my opinion, I think this is a compliment to our Native Americans for, anybody wanting to name a professional sports team or whatever it is after them. It's not mocking them, it's not degrading them whatsoever. And I just think this country is really getting to the point where they're worried about issues that really aren't all that important, are they? I mean, they're banning the Confederate flag, which is a part of our history. It was a part of the Civil War, the North against the South. Um, a lot of stores are taking the Dukes of Hazzard's DVDs down from their shelves because it donned the Confederate flag on their vehicle. It yeah it this this to me is getting a little ridiculous in my eyes, and we have economy issues in this country. We have issues with a lot of homeless people. We have issues with a lot of killing going on in this country. Um, and the government's more worried about changing or forcing the NFL, or if it's just indeed the NFL itself, of changing a name of a football team because it represents our Native Americans. Well, here's my point. You're going to do all that. Well, what about all these US coins we had that were made in the past? The Indian head penny, the Buffalo nickel. I mean, there was a lot of older coins that were stamped and made and minted because of the Native Americans. What's next for that? What are they going to pull them out too? I mean, come on, be realistic. These protest groups, these organizations out there. I mean, find find some bigger issues really to complain about other than these minor things that really don't make a heck of a lot of difference. All of this is part of our history. I mean, and people need to be aware of this. You know, what are they going to do as far as schools go? Are they going to change the agenda for the kids growing up and learning their American history? Are they going to make sure they don't have books that have the Confederate flag in it? None of this makes any sense. It really doesn't. And it just seems like as time goes on, this country actually really, in my eyes, is getting worse because they focus on things that don't really matter too much. And they should focus more on solving this country's problems, trying to solve the wars that go on, or try to, solve and reduce the amount of homeless people and, work on the economy, try to prevent killings, these random killings that have been going all around the country as well as the world. So, you know, what do you guys think? Do you think changing the name of the Washington Redskins is really something that is should be the top of the government's agenda? Don't make sense to me. It just really doesn't. I wanted to put this out there. Yeah, it's a non-wrestling video, but every now and then you want to put this kind of video out there, and you want to reach the American people as well as the people all around the world and get their views and get their opinions on this subject as well. So peace out, everybody. Have yourself a great Thursday, and we'll see y'all next time. This is the Iceman.